Good afternoon, Midland ISD. Happy Friday. Hope you all have had a great week and you're looking forward to a great weekend, Mother's Day weekend. So exciting to look forward to that opportunity to honor our mothers and all the great, wonderful things that they do for us each and every day. So we're going to talk about a few things that have been happening this week in our district. We have some exciting information about pre-K applications, information for our class of 2020, appreciation for our teachers throughout this week. So some exciting news that we want to share with you about our pre-K application that kicked off this just today at noon. And so we are so excited already. Since that has been stood up, we have received over 200 pre-K applications. So we're so excited to welcome our youngest Midland ISD students coming to us next year. It's an exciting time. We're so thrilled to have them. And so we encourage you to make sure that you get your application in. We want to encourage everyone to finish the school year strong, keeping up with your assignments in Google Classroom, being plugged into your collaborative conversations with your teachers, with your classmates, with the progress monitoring, so making sure that we're continuing with that. Our class of 2020, don't forget that we have information continuing to be stood up on midlandisd.net/seniors2020. I know a lot of great information has been coming out to you through that avenue, as well as other ways that your principals have been in communication with our seniors. Don't be left behind. Please submit your video clip for one of our opportunities for our senior celebration. So please make sure that you're attending to those things that are coming through. We also want to remind everyone, this is Teacher and Nurse Appreciation Week. We are so thankful for all that our teachers do and things that our nurses do in our lives every day, year round, for our students. So what we have done, and I know you've seen this throughout the week, is we have had our We Love Midland ISD teachers yard signs, and thank you so many to those of you in the community who have joined us with posting those in your yards to show support for your teachers. We're so excited to honor them in that way and many others. So thank you to all that they do, and thank you for helping us work together to honor and show appreciation for our teachers and our nurses and everything that they do. So a couple of reminders about registration, including pre-K. Pre-K, I just mentioned, is on Apply Midland ISD. And so then we have Skyward Family Access. Any student who is enrolling in, who will attend school next year, will need to register online through Skyward Family Access. You can access that through the homepage of midlandisd.net or visit midlandisd.net/enrollment for more instructions. We have instructions on there walking you through a variety of ways to follow those instructions to make sure that you get your student registered for next year. So our pre-K students, this now applies to you. You go through Midland ISD. So I love that we have those over 200 applications that we have received today. And as of noon, like I said earlier, as of noon, that's when we stood that up. And since then, we have had 200 pre-K registrations, or applications. So we're so excited about that. Our pre-K and transformation teams, they did an amazing job to stand this up and make this an online virtual process. And in the past, it's been done in person, and we did not want to delay any further. So they worked really hard to pivot through and make sure that that was something that we could stand up. So again, to apply for a pre-K seat, visit Apply Midland at midlandisd.net/apply. Those applications will be reviewed on a rolling basis. Your pre-K team will be in touch with you about a language assessment if that's applicable, and any other preliminary placement information that's needed if your child is eligible for a pre-K seat. And so those are some things that are available to you. We'll continue to update the webpage of the Office of Early Childhood Education and the Apply Midland website. Again, that website is midlandisd.net/apply. If you have any questions or need any further assistance in accessing the application, you can give us a call at 432-240-1530, or you can email pre-K, which is pre-K at midlandisd.net. So once again, that number, if you need to talk to someone, is 432-240-1530, or you can email pre-K, P-R-E-K, at midlandisd.net. And those people will be happy to reach out to you, walk you through the process as you can complete that pre-K process. For end of the year, please make sure that you're on the lookout for more information from the district coming very, very soon about wrapping up the end of the school year. That will be coming out to you very, very soon via email. So please make sure that you're checking those regularly. It's important that your students continue, and students, if you're listening, that you continue to participate in your Google Classroom virtual learning opportunities in order to continue with those courses and make sure that you're on track for the next school year. We're still monitoring grades through our progress monitoring codes, which is on track to mastery, OTM, or not on track, or incomplete if we just can't determine one way or the other if the student's not participating. So it's very important that we continue to work towards doing that. I know that it is tough. We've pivoted into a new situation. I have a first grader who's going through that as well, and just learning the platform and then now learning to learn in that virtual environment. But I will tell you, he's made strides, not only just with understanding more about his content, of course, but then also learning how to navigate digital curriculum, being a digital citizen, how to interact with his classmates in a very collaborative setting and a respectful way, which are skills I know that he's going to need moving forward to his future, because I can just imagine what life is going to be like when he has graduated and moved on from our school systems at that point. If you have any questions about where your student is as far as their progress, please, the first person to reach out to is their teacher. That teacher has the best information on that student. They can tell you how they're progressing. So please reach out to your teachers. They have office hours, virtual office hours that they do keep. They're checking their emails regularly. So please be in touch with your teachers when you have information or when you have questions regarding your students' progress. They can certainly fill you in. I also want to remind all the parents and grandparents of seniors to plug into our Seniors 2020 webpage. Again, this is not just for seniors, but anybody who has an interest in seniors and those activities that are going on. Again, it's midlandisd.net/seniors2020. Last week, we shared information about our Design for Graduation, and so further information is coming throughout that platform. Again, thank you to all of those of you who submitted information to our senior survey, so we can really entertain the best possible ways to honor our seniors as we move into the graduation season. Also want to let y'all know about a nurse hotline that we've stood up. We have designed this not to replace 68 Nurse. Definitely utilize that if you are having a situation related to COVID. But this is just an added resource that we wanted to provide our families and our students. The nurse hotline is staffed with registered Midland ISD nurses. They can talk to you about things like student health, immunizations, questions that you may have related to next year about immunizations and the processes for that, and questions of any of that nature. The hotline is available Mondays through Fridays, 7 a.m. through 7 p.m., and we have them designated for elementary and secondary staffing. So we have for elementary, the number is 432-240-1525 for elementary. And our secondary nurses can be reached at 432-240-1530 240-1526. And so those are some things that we are excited to bring as an added resource, again, not to replace anything that is already stood up, but that is just a supplemental added resource, and also gives parents a person to talk to if you have questions about immunizations or anything of that as you're thinking about getting ready for next year. So those are the goings on of our district this past week. I'm going to check in our chat to see if there are any questions that I can answer. And so, all right, so people are asking, okay, how to schedule pictures for my senior at the Honda dealership. So that is scheduled at different times. I will ask that you would reach out, or first of all, check the midlandisd.net/seniors2020 website. There's information on there. There's also a phone number for you to call if you have further questions about that. All that information we're going to continue to push out through those websites. So please stay tuned. That's where you're going to get information on that. And again, it's different times for different campuses. So it depends on where your student attends. All right, questions about pre-K for transfers on the waiting list. So if you are on a waiting list, that pre-K team will be reaching out to you if you're on a waiting list at this point in time. All right, our MISD, a lot of shout outs to our MISD nurses. Yes, they have worked so hard and they have thought through so many different situations as faculty are coming into the building right now just to close out the end of the school year, making sure our faculty are safe, following those proper precautions, making sure that we have proper procedures and proper supports, medical supports on our campus. So we're certainly grateful for our nurses and everything that they do. Midland Senior High is sending out a notice here. I think this is in response to pictures. For Midland Senior High, they have just announced dates are May 30th and June 1st, and they're going to be sending out a schedule for those pictures next week. So look to your campuses to send further information out to you. They're sending that out through the websites, and they're also sending that out through their social media and through their email systems. All right, questions about returning Chromebooks and returning things to campuses. So again, those are going to be some schedules that our principals have been working out with, first of all, having teachers come back to have a chance to close up their classrooms. I mean, as a teacher, I always need to make sure my classroom was, had certain things set up and taken down and arranged for the close of school. So right now, teachers are in the process of doing that, and then campuses are going to be messaging out to parents about when they can come up, collect student items that might be left there, or return specific materials such as the return of Chromebooks and things of that nature. So thank you all for staying plugged in and responding in that way. Okay, so there's a question coming through. Will we be updated throughout the summer on changes that could happen regarding returning to school in the fall? So yes, I can tell you there are a number of, we are continuing to monitor what the governor has in place first and foremost. And then from there, he communicates with our Commissioner of Education, who speaks with superintendents across the district, across the state, and then we talk about that throughout the district. We also take in consideration what the local health status is at that point in time. So we are certainly thinking about that, and we are making plans for what that will look like. We don't have anything to release to you at this point in time other than the fact that we are monitoring our situation very, very closely. At this point in time in May, it's really hard to know for sure what August will be. We have scenario A, scenario B, scenario C in our heads. I mean, we have all these different possibilities that could occur. So that's really what we're anticipating, so that when it is up into that point in time, we are able to provide our students with the very best launch of school, parents with the best information and updated information. And yes, we'll continue to keep our parents and our public and our students advised of what that looks like. I know our teachers are very interested to know what that looks like, and as are we. So we are continuing to receive guidance from the state and from TEA about that. The feedback that they've given us and TEA is that they're consider multiple scenarios, and so we're continuing to consider those multiple scenarios, and then of those scenarios, what fits best for our students in our community here in Midland. So absolutely, we'll make sure that we keep you all updated as we get further information. Checking through to see if there are any further questions right now. Okay, and I'm not seeing any further questions right now, so certainly appreciate you all plugging in here at the end of this week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Honor your mothers. I know mothers, you've been working, not only as a mother, but many of you as a teacher, and those of you who are teachers, who are mothers, who are teaching your kids and teaching your students. Again, we would totally appreciate everything that you are doing in that regards. Those of you who are administrators and mothers and having